All right, happy Thursday, May 20th. Glad you're here. We do have tutoring, attendance recovery today after school. So come see me. You can always, just be sure you let me know if you need attendance recovery. I have to put in the hours, it just won't happen automatically. But you can do attendance with me and it'll go to any class that you need it in. So be sure that you stop by if you need help with one of our test grades or anything else. Also, I've seen a lot of people trying to catch up and they're doing the discussions and stuff like that. I know they're easy, they're quick, you can get them done quick, but remember, you're not going to pass without the major grades. So like I've been saying for weeks, do the major grades first, see where that puts you, and then start doing the daily grades so that you can get the grade higher if you want it. But for a lot of us, with what we've already done, if we do the major grades and do well, you can pass just with those. So keep that in mind. Today, as usual, focus on curiosity and riddle skills. I'm going to read the poems. Yes, we've got some fun poems today, and use my riddle skills. And for our close, just a curiosity question. What are you good at? What are you really good at? I'm really good at motivating people. I'm also really good at reading. I'm really good at well, I don't know what else I'm really good at, but I'm a good person. So if you're really good at a video game, or you're really good at making the perfect grilled cheese sandwich, anything like that, tell me about it in our regular discussion. That'll count for our attendance. And before we do anything else, come on, let's do those positive affirmations. I need them today. Seriously, I really do. Even if you don't. But if you're in not so great a mood either, come on, let's do them together. Classroom people, all of you, there's so many. See that thumb up? What are you? I am strong, confident, and successful. Yes, we are. And we're going to grab that barbell. How do you feel about writing? I love writing. And how do we feel about schoolwork? The harder I work, the stronger I become. That's right. Okay, and let's see. Yeah, all these tabs are open because I've been doing grading. But let's look back at yesterday. I want to see what everybody put for their favorite this and that. Actually, you know what? I'll do that in a little bit. Let's do this first. Since this is being recorded, I won't have all of your names on my recording. Remember to do feedback for English. I've had about 25 people respond. I have 160 students. So if you didn't get to it yesterday, click in here, click on here, it'll open the Google form. It looks like this. And think about all that we've done, the reading skills, the writing skills, the attitude skills, all those things. And have you done perfect? Nope, me neither. And that's why I'd like to learn more. So keep that in mind. Let me know what you think. Help me be a better teacher. I would really appreciate it. And for today's work, we're reading a couple of poems, and they're very similar. And I really like them. And I have to be honest, somebody else, another teacher, found these poems and picked these poems. And I was like, very cool. It's kind of like we've been doing all year. And these poems are very fitting. And they're helping put me in a better mood when I read them. So you're going to select a poem, there's two listed, that conveys the message that our perceptions create our reality. And here's what you're going to look for. Which lines in the poem helps convey this message? Explain, support your answer with evidence from the text. And as we read them, you're going to be like, yeah, that's very obvious. But maybe you're not sure what perception creates our reality means. And I really want you to think about it. What we believe becomes the truth. And if you think, I'm a terrible student, I'm no good at reading, I'm no good at writing, well, because you believe it, you perceive things to be that way, you will make it true. But like so many people have learned in this class, from the people that have responded, I didn't know I liked writing until I changed my attitude. I didn't know some of these stories we read could be as good as they are until my attitude changed, right? So for me, I've always struggled in math. And if you struggle in math and you tell yourself, I'm no good at math, well, maybe you won't study because you think, I'm no good at math. Maybe you don't listen to the teacher because you think, I'm not good at math. And then when it comes time to take the test, are you going to do well? No, you didn't study, you didn't pay attention. So guess what? You're going to have proof. Oh, I failed that test. I told you I wasn't good at math. Yeah, but you didn't fail because you're not good at math. You failed because you didn't try, because you didn't think you could do good. And that's so true. Maybe you've heard the term self-fulfilling prophecy. You think you're bad, so you make yourself bad. And it's only true because you believe it. So I think that's what they're kind of talking about here. But let's look at these poems. They are really fun. And we'll read through them together, and then you can get these done. This is one of our last grades, so take care of it. And let's get to it here. All right, It Couldn't Be Done by Edgar Albert Guest. Somebody said that it couldn't be done, but he, with a chuckle, replied that maybe it couldn't, but he would be one who wouldn't say so till he tried. So he buckled right in with the trace of a grin on his face. If he worried, he hid it. He started to sing as he tackled the thing that couldn't be done, and he did it. Somebody scoffed, "Ah, you'll never do that. At least no one ever has done it." But he took off his coat and took off his hat, and the first thing we knew, he'd begun it. With a lift of his chin and a bit of a grin, without any doubting or quit it, he started to sing as he tackled the thing that couldn't be done, and he did it. There are thousands to tell you it cannot be done. There are thousands to prophesy failure. There are thousands to point out to you, one by one, the dangers that wait to assail you. But just buckle in with a bit of a grin. Just take off your coat and go to it. Just start in to sing as you tackle the thing that cannot be done, and you'll do it. Super fun. How does your perception create your reality? Think of a line or two that fits. You can just copy and paste it in. Write me at least 4 lines about it, and you can access the poems there. Let's look at the other poem. It's another good poem. An Obstacle by Charlotte Perkins Gilman. I was climbing up a mountain path with many things to do, important business of my own and other people's too, when I ran against a prejudice, right? A negative belief that quite cut off the view. My work was such as could not wait. My path quite clearly showed. My strength and time were limited. I carried quite a load. And there that hulking prejudice sat all across the road. So I spoke to him politely, for he was huge and high, and begged that he would move a bit and let me travel by. He smiled, but as for moving, he didn't even try. And then I reasoned quietly with that colossal mule. My time was short, no other path. The mountain winds were cool. I argued like a Solomon. He sat there like a fool. Then I flew into a passion, and danced and howled and swore, and pelted and belabored him till I was stiff and sore. He got as mad as I did, but he sat there as before. And then I begged him on my knees. I might be kneeling still. If so, I hoped to move that mass of obdurate ill will. As well invite the monument to vacate Bunker Hill, right? Ask a statue to move off. So I sat before him helpless, in an ecstasy of woe. The mountain mists were rising fast, the sun was sinking slow, when a sudden inspiration came, as sudden winds do blow. I took my hat, I took my stick, my load I settled fair. I approached that awful incubus with an absent-minded there, and I walked directly through him, as if he wasn't there. Right? All that trouble, and all she had to do, quit arguing, quit fighting, get to work, get it done, go through it. And those are really cool poems. They're really fun. Once again, you can access them. They're right here. You can copy and paste the line that you're interested in and answer the question. Select a poem that conveys a message that our perceptions create our reality. Obviously, they both do, right? Which lines in the poem help convey this message? Explain. Support your answer with evidence from the text. So once again, if you want to start with a quote from the poem, explain how it conveys that message and what it means, and be sure that you write at least 4 lines, right? That doesn't count the quote. The quote doesn't count as part of your 4 lines. You have to be sure you write at least that much. And that's all we got going on for today. Hope y'all are having a great day. Let's get this done so we can finish this year strong.